Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today in this video I'll be going to see that how we will be able to configure VTP, which is VLAN trunking protocol. So as you all know that VTP stands for VLAN trunking protocol. We will be seeing that how to configure VTP as well as what is VTP, because many of you don't know that what is VTP. So come on, let's see that what actually VTP means. If you are going into Cisco and if you want to learn about CCNA, then please do subscribe my channel and please like, share and comment below so that I can make more and more videos about the topics of CCNA and VTP and all those things. Okay, so let me open my Paint software here so that I can show you that what actually VTP is. So mainly VTP stands for VLAN trunking protocol. Say for example you have 3 switches. Okay, so for example say we have here one switch here, then there's the another switch is here, and the other switch is here. So say for example this is SW1, means this is switch 1, and this is SW2, and this one is SW3, in switch 1, switch 2 and switch 3. Okay, so what happens in switch, so here what we'll do, we'll connect all the switch will be connected with one link. Again it is connected with one link here. Okay, so from the above word which you see, the name of the protocol, it is showing that VLAN trunking, VTP, which stands for VLAN trunking protocol. Okay, VLAN trunking protocol. So what actually VLAN trunking protocol is, let's see. So we all know that we create VLANs and switches. We create some VLANs. Say for example we have some PCs connected here. So say for example one PC is here, another PC is here, then two PCs are here, here one PC is there, and here PC is here, here one PC is here. So all the PCs are connected with these switches with a ports. Okay, so here one more PC is connected from here to here, it is connected with one port, here it is connected with one port, and here it is connected with one port. Okay, then here it is connected, and here it is connected with one port. So what happens here actually, like we know that this two switch, I'll keep this two switch, say this two switch is in VLAN 1 or say VLAN 10. These two switches are in VLAN 10, and what I'll do here, all these switches are in that VLAN. Okay, so what actually here what happens that, like here it is in VLAN 10, and then in here also it is also VLAN 10. Let me copy this. So here also it is VLAN 10, and here also it is VLAN 10, and then here also it is also VLAN 10. So it is not like only the same VLAN will be there, it may be different VLAN, like here we will have VLAN 10, VLAN 20 both, here we will have VLAN 10, VLAN 20, 30, 40, 50, like that different VLANs are there. So mainly what is the work of VTP is that, so say for example you want to create, you have these types of switches, in the 3 switches it's not a big issue, but if you have, say for example in production scenario we have only 10 to 30 switches, we have in the production scenario we have 10 switches. So what you will do, you will go to each and every switch and then you will configure VLAN. No, it is a very heavy task. Administrative task is loading very much, too much is administrative task. So what we will do, we will making one VLAN trunking protocol. VLAN trunking protocol mainly what does, there will be three kind of switches. One will be a server switch, then client switch and transparent switch. Server, then client, and then transparent. Okay, so there will be three kind of switches: server, client and transparent. So mainly, for example, say this is a server switch, will be a client switch, and this is a transparent switch. So mainly in the production scenario we will be having many client switches, so only one server switch will be there. So what we'll do, we'll create the VLANs in only in server switches, and all the client switches will get the information through what, through a broadcast packet will be shared, and through that packet VLAN traffic will be gone to each and every switches. And what actually transparent switch is? Transparent switch is a type of switch which will not acknowledge that particular VLANs, but it will forward the traffic of the VLAN to the connected switches. Say for example, from here another switch is connected, and that is also say for example, I'm taking it down. I'm taking it down here. So say for example, here one more switch is there. Here one more switch is there. One more switch is there which is connected. Okay, so what will happen, like for example, this one is server switch, then this one is client switch, then this one is transparent switch, and then also this one is also client switch. This is also client switch. So what actually happens, say for example, this is server switch and it is in the ground floor, and the client switches and transparent switches are in different floors. Like client switch is in the second floor, then this transparent switch is in the third floor, and this client switch is also in the third floor. So what actually happens, like server switch, and server will synchronize the traffic, then client will receive the traffic and make the VLANs there. Then transparent, what it will do, it will not take that particular VLANs. Say if you go and verify the VLAN traffic, how to verify the VLAN, you will just type the command show VLAN brief, and it will show all the VLANs which are available in the switch. So in transparent there will be no switches, in that transparent switch there will be no VLANs, but it will forward the traffic to the client. Okay, so the client will receive that traffic, client will have that traffic, and this client will receive that. But in transparent you will see that there will be no VLAN whichever you have created in the server. Server what will do, whatever VLAN you will create in server, it will be in the client switches but not in the transparent. But transparent what do, transparent will just forward the traffic. So here we are talking about the VLAN trunking protocol, which is a version 2 protocol, mainly VLAN version 2, because in the packet tracer you only support VLAN version 2, and VLAN version 3 is also there, but we are not talking about the VLAN version 3 right now. We are talking about VLAN version 2, VLAN trunking protocol version 2, which is VTP. So mainly what we have to do, we have to configure the three kind of switches, that is server switch, one is client and one is transparent. Okay, and you have to know that there are important concepts. Number one important concept is you have to maintain a domain name, then you have to assign the password, and you have to give that particular switch is a server switch or a client switch or a transparent switch. You also have to mention that what kind of switches are those. Is it a server switch, is it a client switch, or is it a transparent switch? Okay, so you have to maintain those switches, and you have to tell the system that what kind of switches are those. Is it a server or a client or a transparent switch? And you have to do all those things in the switch. Then what you have to do, you have to make these ports which you are seeing, these ports, whatever ports are connected with these switches, this port, then this port, then this port, and this port. So here I am changing the color of the link here. So here one port is there, so here one port is there, and from here one port. So whatever port is there, you have to make that particular port. Here which port is there, here which port, say for example here fastnet 001, here 2, here 10, here 20, here 24, here 22. So all these you have to make is trunk. So what you'll do, you'll just go and type the command switch port mode trunk, and the trunk, all the trunking switch will be getting the traffic. Okay, and you have to maintain the domain name. So without wasting any kind of time, let's move into the configuration part. Hope so that you have understand the topic. So come on, let's move into the configuration. So first of all, what I'll do, I'll just open my packet tracer here. So it is opening my packet tracer. Wait till it opens. It takes some time actually because of the slow internet connection. It has this kind of problem. So after the packet tracer will open, we'll do the configurations. Okay. So here my packet tracer has been open. Now what I'll do, I'll just take 3 switches here. 1, 2, 3 switches. Then what I'll do, I'll just take 2 PCs. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. And just I'll directly connect all the switches and all the PCs. So I have connected all the switches with each other. Now this one is a server switch. I'm writing the name. This one is server. Then this one is client. And this one is transparent. Okay. So this is server, client and transparent. 3 switches I have made. Now I'll just go into the command line interface. So it is very small. Let me increase the size of that. Just wait. Font, increasing the size, then to the 16. Then router OS text will be yellow and background will be. I'm just changing this so that you can able to see it clearly. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just type enable, then configure terminal, and then what I'll do, I'll make 2 VLANs simply. Okay, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. So I'll type VLAN 10, enter. The name is HR, then VLAN 20, name sales. Show VLAN brief. If you'll type here, then you can able to see that the 2 VLANs has been created, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, name HR and sales. Now the main thing comes, VTP configuration. So I'll type VTP version 2, VTP. So I'll just type VTP domain CCNA. I'll typing here, then type VTP password, type here cisco as a password of VTP, then VTP. If you don't know the command, just you'll type question mark and you'll get this mode. So I'll type here server. So by default it already server. It will show that the by default device already in server mode. So it is a server command. Now what I'll do, type now show VLAN, show VTP status. If you'll type, then it will show the status of the VTP. So you can see here it is showing VTP capable 1 or 2. So version 2 is configured here. VTP domain is CCNA. Then VTP pruning is disabled. You'll type, you'll know all these topics, what VTP pruning and what are all those things. Right now we are just doing the configuration. So here revision number, this is very important thing, you should know this. So as soon as you create VLANs, the revision number will increase. As soon as you delete VLAN, revision number will decrease or increase. So each time you will change any kind of configuration, this revision number will increase and decrease. And on the basis of this particular revision number in VTP version 2, the other switches will get the information and it will incrementally update his information. Okay. So you can see here it is showing his server. Number of existing VLAN is 7. So I'll type a show VLAN brief. So here 2 VLANs has already created. So what I'll do, I'll just go to another switches. First let me make this particular port as a trunk port, fast internet 0/3. So I'll go to fast internet 0/3. I'll type here configure terminal, then type here interface FA fastnet 0/3, then I'll type switch port mode trunk and enter. Okay, then what I'll type here, I'll go here and type here I'll be making this one client. Enable configure terminal, type VTP version 2, VTP domain CCNA, VTP password CIS cisco, VTP mode client, enter. Then Ctrl Z WR, then show VLAN, show VTP status. So here you can see here revision number is 0. So now I'll type here show VLAN brief. So no VLANs has been created. Now as soon as I change this particular, so you can see here it is right now it is in the learning mode. So as soon as it will be in forwarding mode, you will be able to see the VLANs here. So I'll type here show VTP status again, status, and show VLAN brief. Okay, so what I'll do, I have to check show interfaces trunk. Okay, fastnet 0/3 is trunk. Show VTP status, CCNA, show VTP password cisco CISCO. Okay, show VTP status client CCNA, show VTP password CISCO, show VLAN brief. But right now it is not showing the VLAN. What I have to do here, show VTP, show interfaces trunk. So 10 and 20 has been trunk, and in the net 0/3 0/1 switch port mode show interfaces trunk. So no port has been trunk yet. It will taking some time. Here what I have done, here I have made the trunk, and here it is not a trunk. Is already client mode, show interfaces trunk. Okay, I have to go to configure terminal, then I have to make it again trunk. Interface FA 0/1 switch port mode trunk. Show VTP status. This client version is 2, CCNA, so 0/3 is connected with 0/1, but you not yet receive any kind of traffic from here. 2 VLANs are already created here. Show VLAN brief. So here HR and sales has been created. 10 and 20 is created. Switch port trunk is done. Interface FA 0/3 is trunk port, but here not yet received the traffic. Why it has not yet received the traffic? You have to check. Yes, VTP mode client, VTP mode transparent, then VTP mode client. show VTP status. Okay, show VTP status CCNA version 2, it is client, and number of VLAN is 7. Okay, show interfaces trunk 1020. Okay, show VLAN brief. Okay, now you can see here that two VLANs has come. So what was the problem was that we have the switch which we have connected, that switch was already having the particular VLAN number before. So I have made that switch first transparent, then again I have converted into client. Now it is getting that particular VLAN, and here it is not configured yet, so I'll make it a client switch. So I'll type here enable, I'll have a configure terminal and interface. To make that interface also trunk, fa0/1, fa0/1, switch port mode trunk, then exit, then we'll do VTP version 2, VTP domain CCNA, VTP password cisco, then VTP mode. I made it transparent, then Ctrl Z WR right, show VTP status. If you will type and see here, it is showing here number of existing VLAN already 5. So I'll check here, I'll just again make it configure terminal, VTP mode transparent, then I'll make it client, then again I'll make it transparent, then I'll type show VTP status. Now I'll type show VLAN brief. So you can see here that it's showing the VLAN traffic, but what I have to do is, right now it is in transparent mode, it show VTP status showing transparent, but I have to make it a client switch, transparent switch. Again I have to go to configure terminal, I'll type here transparent, then what I'll do, I'll type here show delete enable VLAN just reload the switch. Okay, so what I have done, I have just made this switch a transparent switch, but what is happened first, it was a client switch, so that's why it received the information from the client, so it should not be getting the client information. So but it is by default it got the client information, so that is why I have to delete the VLAN's information, and right now what will happen, it will get all the information of the VLAN. So I'll type here enable, and I'll type here show VTP status. I'll just type here show VTP status, show VTP status. You can see here show VLAN brief. So it is showing again the two VLANs are already showing here. What is the problem? What I have to do is that configure terminal, I have to make it VTP mode server ZWR show interfaces trunk, show VTP status, show VLAN brief. So by default it got the traffic from the different switches, so it should not get the traffic, but by mistake what I have done, I have just made it client, so that is why it is getting the traffic. So just if you want to remove all this traffic, what you have to do, you'll just have to go to this configure terminal and delete, you'll type no VLAN 10, you'll type here no VLAN 20. Then just you'll type VTP mode transparent and show VLAN brief. If you'll type, you'll see here it is no VLAN is not showing here, but if you'll type show VTP status, so it will show the number of VLAN existing is 5. Okay, so it simply forward the traffic to different VLANs. So it is a client, is server, and it is transparent. So client, what is client? So right now see, I have made how many VLANs I have made here. Show, if I'll type a show VLAN brief, show VLAN brief. So here you can see here 2 VLANs have created here. 2 VLANs are there. Here 2 VLANs have created. It is server switch, but what happened to server switch? Why it is show VTP status? Okay, so it has been deleted or what? What is this, bro? And show VTP status. Show VLAN brief. Okay, so it has been deleted. What I'll do, I'll just go here. So it is in client mode. It is what in show VTP status. It is in transparent mode, and here what it is, in which mode it is, server mode. So I'll go here and make some changes. So I'll type configure terminal, then I'll type VLAN 10, type VLAN 10, then I'll type here the name, enemy name, and I'll type the name as A, then I'll type VLAN 20 and type the name as B, then I'll type a VLAN 30 and type the name as C. Okay, control the WR, show VLAN brief. I'll type here. So you can see here that 3 VLANs have been created, ABC. So these 3 VLANs should be coming here. Here it should be there, show VLAN brief. So you can see here that 3 VLANs have already came here. Okay, ABC, but here it should not come because it is a client switch. It is not a client, but it is a transparent switch. So I'll type show VLAN brief. So see, it is not showing here. Okay, but if you will type here show VTP status, it will show here only 5 VLANs traffic. Okay, so hope so that you are getting my point, that what I have done, I'll just make 3 switches here, just giving you the basic overview. It is a server switch, then this one is client switch, this one is transparent switch. So server, whatever server will synchronize, client will get that, but transparent will not get. Transparent will just acknowledge it, and it will forward. If any other router or a switch is connected to that particular transparent, it will just forward to that switches. Okay, so hope so that you have liked this video and you have understand the concept what I want to say. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. I'll be meeting you in the next video. Thanks for watching my video.